Right, okay, guys. So this episode is a This Game Sucks episode 4. Yeah. Now, I'm going to admit right at the get-go of this video, although this is a bad game and it does suck, I do love this game. And there's a few reasons for it. Like, for example, I actually own this game. And when I picked it up, it was in really good nick. I was really surprised. And it's like a lot of these games, when they're bad games, the price starts to creep up on them. And I got one for a really good price. I think it was £1 in a charity shop. And it was in perfect nick. I know I've showed it on the channel when I got it. So, and like I say, although it's a bad game, it's a Star Wars game. And this was back when Star Wars was still a good thing, you know. Not like it is in recent years. However, although it was a good thing, it was a terrible game. I got this game purely on the fact that it was Star Wars and it was a fighting game, a one-on-one fighter, which, as you know, if you watch this channel enough, I'm a big fan of one-on-one fighters and beat-em-ups. So this was right down my street. But there are problems with it. Now, what we're going to do is going to go through a few of the interesting information about it, the plot, and then I'll talk about my issues with it. Right, okay, let's get going. Star Wars Masters of Teräs Käsi is a fighting game developed and published by LucasArts and was released on the PlayStation in 1997. It was the first fighting game and first PlayStation title for the company, and this was a real challenge for them. Industrial Light and Magic were involved with the motion capture used for all the characters, and there's a good list of characters in this game, and some new ones too. The game was hit with a lot of criticism, although praised for its concept of combining weapons and hand-to-hand combat. Right, so let's go over the plot. Masters of Teräs Käsi takes place during the Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The destruction of the Death Star at the hands of Luke Skywalker has severely crippled the Galactic Empire. The Emperor seeks retaliation against Skywalker and the Rebel Alliance, and recruits the services of the mysterious assassin Arden Lin to eliminate the Alliance's key leaders. Luke and the others discover the Empire's plot and challenge Arden face to face in the art of Teräs Käsi, an unarmed combat discipline. This pits the rebels in one-on-one fights against the Empire's elite warriors. Right, okay, time to weigh in. So, my issues with this game is that it's sluggish. It's slow. The mechanics are not great. The sound's good, and for a PlayStation 1 game it looks pretty good. I mean, it sounds like Star Wars, it looks like Star Wars. However, the mechanics just are all wrong. It's very sluggish. There are some characters that seem to be well overpowered compared to others. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with it. However, like I said at the start, it is a game that I actually quite like, even though it has flaws, because it's Star Wars, and at this point they'd never done a one-on-one fighter. And to be honest, thinking about it, I don't think they've done one since. I mean, they've had their characters turn up in Soul Calibur, but I don't think they've done one since. Probably because of the criticism they got for this one. Now, this is the thing with this game. Like I say, you know, by all means, it's not a great game, but it is a classic. Now, the problem that they faced with this game, and you can see it just running in the background there, was that Tekken had brought out a really good 3D fighting game. So straight away, you're up against good competition. And Tekken come out, I believe, 1994. So this game came 3 years later. And then, of course, you had Soul Blade, which was similar to this style of game in the fact that you had hand-to-hand mixed with weapons. And, of course, Soul Blade was a very good game and did it very well. So, really, this game had a lot of stiff competition, and it was very important for them to get it right. Unfortunately, when you stack it up against them two games in particular, it falls flat, and this is the problem. A lot of people, I think, thought because LucasArts had a good track record of creating quality games, they expected this to be quality too. And unfortunately, it wasn't. Now, the thing is, this was their first fighter they'd done. So it was obvious that they would probably make some mistakes. But unfortunately, it's got LucasArts and Star Wars slapped all over it. People are going to expect great things. And unfortunately, that's not what happened. Like I say, it's not a great game. It does suck. It belongs in this series. But it is a game that I do have fondness for. And it's purely because of the fact that it was the first and possibly the only one-on-one fighter that's Star Wars. And this was done back in the day when Star Wars was still a good franchise. And because of that, I will always love this game. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Nerdy Geezer out.